Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Business Over Breakfast with the Ocean Community Chamber of Commerce. My name is Ben Barber here on 321 this morning, and I am very excited because Lisa is with me today. And Lisa, we have a very special guest. Why don't you introduce him?
Yes, we have one of my favorite photographers, an amazingly talented individual, and an all-around great human being, Pietro. And he is from Norwich, and we're going to learn a lot about his photography business because he's been in the industry for as long as I can remember.
39 years.
39 years.
1986.
My goodness.
You were in grade school.
I don't know about that, but I've been doing the chamber for 29 years, and that feels like a lifetime. So 39 is really a commitment. It is impressive.
Yes.
It is impressive. But of course, we always start with our breakfast. We want to give some love to a local chamber member. And we visited Stick and Fin this morning. They're on Main Street in Westerly. And we've got spinach puff, spinach empanada. We have an apple turnover. We have a chocolate croissant and some other thing that looked irresistible, but I can't remember what it is. So lots of pastries. They're all homemade on site every single morning. So I know you think of Stick and Fin for amazing coffee. And for my favorite, which is the toast with Nutella and sliced bananas and honey, and a little flax seed on the top. Oh my God, that's delicious.
It's an elevated flat Elvis right there.
Exactly.
I said flat. I said flat.
Instead of fat Elvis, you said flat Elvis.
Well, it's a little bit healthier.
Yeah.
A little bit healthier.
It's
a flat Elvis.
Try it. I guarantee it'll be one of your favorites. They also do a version with strawberries if you're into strawberries instead of bananas, but bananas are definitely my thing. So check them out because they're always changing up what pastries they have there. And it's got a cool surfer vibe, really welcoming, just a great little business on the Pawcatuck River with seating indoors and outdoors. And sometimes you even get live music on the weekend. So Stick and Fin, thank you to them. But now we're going to turn it over and we're going to focus on you. We are focusing on you, Pietro.
I'm not used to be focused on. I used to focus on through my lens.
And let's make sure I get the last name, Camardella.
Camardella.
Well, I didn't roll my R's.
Camardella, yes.
Well, I didn't do it as good as you, but you've had a little more practice.
Yes. In Italy, it's not a big hurdle to roll the R's. Right. It's fine. Pietro Camardella. And the business Artphoto by Pietro.
Yes. So Artphoto by Pietro is everywhere. I mean, you're at every major event. You're dealing with small businesses. You're all over the region. Tell us a little bit about how you got into the professional photography business.
Well, I often say that God has a sense of humor because I studied to be I was studying to be a merchant marine engineer in Naples, Italy, where I was born and raised. And by coincidence, photography just came upon me while I was in college. And I started developing black and white film of our college soccer games. And lo and behold, like the next morning, I would process the film and the prints through the night. This is 1975. It's 50 years ago.
This is like developing the negatives and hanging them by clothespins on a rope.
So we would have a game on today, let's say, and tomorrow morning I show up at school with prints.
Wow.
Of the goalie launching.
Oh wow!
Suddenly,
you had the power.
No, suddenly I became famous.
That's what I'm saying. You're like a rock star.
Yes, the seniors, the professors, all of a sudden, can I have a copy of this? Can I have a copy of that?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, I got all the exposure that I was never meant or want to have because of photography.
No pun intended.
So little by little, it was a love affair, actually. When you first get into something that you like, a kid that sits on the drums.
Yes.
And the next thing you know, he plays them.
He's hooked.
So it happened to me, and so I finished my college. I went in the military. I served in the Italian Navy for 18 months, was a rank of sergeant. And then I went sailing on ships, merchant marine contract with this ship, that ship. And all along, even in the military, my passion was photography. I couldn't wait that the ship would get to Greece or Ukraine or Libya or wherever we went. I would go ashore taking pictures.
and capture the landscape and the
It was
people.
I was in love with it. I often say photography gives me the rush of a hunter without spilling any blood.
Oh, there you go. That's an interesting
You know,
analogy.
it's exciting.
Yeah,
Boom, I got
that's
it.
a great analogy.
Yes,
You literally go to shoot something.
yes, like a
Yeah.
sunset or
Yeah.
a beautiful model, and I got it.
Yeah.
You know, you got it.
Yes.
And I'm talking about the days of film where it wasn't an instant
right.
confirmation.
You don't know you got it
I
until,
knew it. I knew.
until
Oh, yeah.
it's developing.
I knew it. It was just a matter of getting it done, and was exciting. Film photography in those days. The young people today have no idea what it means. Let's say to photograph a wedding, where every 12 pictures or 24 pictures you got to change film.
Yeah, hold that precious moment right there.
No, you had to be prepared. You had to actually. But anyways, so as I mentioned, God has a sense of humor. I went all over the world, and I met my wife. And a couple of trips later, my ship. This is figuratively. My ship ran aground in Norwich, Connecticut.
Okay.
Out of all the places in the world: England, Germany, Spain, France, Libya, Greece, Russia, Norwich, Connecticut. And I started, I knew in my heart that I didn't want to, once you get married, it's sailing in the merchant marine is not an easy life. Mm-hmm. You're away for 6 months.
Yep.
When you're on a ship, you go wherever the ship is ordered to go to, transact business. So I figure the day I get married, that's the end of it. I landed in Norwich. She got pregnant right away. And I started with very menial jobs. And the next thing I know, photography, I stumbled upon some ads that were asking for a second photographer, second shooter, they call it, during weddings. So I applied. I got a job, paid minimal, but it got me to nurture my love affair to begin with.
And then you said, wow, I can make a career out of this.
I can do this. Not only I could do this, but I figure after a while, I worked for a studio in Hartford. Mm-hmm. So I would shoot weddings till 11 o'clock at night in Simsbury, and I get home by 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, wow.
So I said, this is nice. It's a nice side gig, but I got to do something else. So I started in 1986, August 1986. Next year, it'll be 40 years that I've been doing my own thing, and God in his wisdom, like I said, he has a sense of humor. He says, you think you're cute? I got a place for you, Norwich, Connecticut. And, but the region, I've had many brides from Westerly, many brides from Rhode Island. I've done weddings in Nantucket, everywhere I get an opportunity to be hired to capture a day. It's still to this day.
You still get a high out of it.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I can tell the passion's still there.
Last year I did a wedding, August 9th. In February of 2024, my friends, Phil and his wife called me out of the blue and says, are you still doing photography? I said, of course. We would like you to photograph our daughter's wedding. Oh, nice. The funny thing is, I photographed their wedding 34 years earlier.
Is that the first time you did the two generations?
Yes.
That's beautiful.
So the parents, they didn't ask how much. Are you available? Said August 9th. Our daughter's getting married. We want you to.
What an honor.
I told the bride, you don't know how special you are to me. Because the parents, I photographed their wedding in the days of film.
Jesus.
She got married at the Haley Mansion in Mystic.
Beautiful.
And I said, sure, of course, I'll be there. And, the wind, the day, whatever it was, Lisa, my compliment that day was from the groom's mother, whom I never met until the day before when the rehearsal took place. During the reception, she stopped me and she said, Pietro, I've been watching you, and because the wind, the sunshine, the weather was iffy, whatever. Yeah, and they said, can we do this? Can we? No, it's too late for this. Can we do that? And he says, everything they ask you to do, everything they threw at you, that's the word she used. You replied with a smile. And I don't know, because I'm working.
Yeah.
In other words,
you're in
yes,
the
sure.
moment. You're in the moment.
Yeah. Can we do the? Sure. Let's go. Can we go highway? Sure. You want me to go up on the roof?
Yeah.
You want me to
Hang from a tree limb?
whatever. I'll do. Yes. And that's the essence of what I love, because I love it.
It's so personal, but you're all about connecting
Well,
personally
it's intimate.
with your customer
Yes. It's producing a memory for them to keep.
forever. These
So,
are the most special moments of their
1,300
lives.
photographs later.
Wow.
When I
Wow.
showed her the pictures, the bride and groom and the father of the bride were there. I showed them on the laptop, and then I gave them a file, a recording of all
Yeah.
the files. They said, "Oh, these are great, gorgeous. Oh, you caught this, you caught that." I said, "Rebecca, you don't know how special you are to me. Who's ever going to hire me that I did their wedding like your mom and dad?"
That's
It's
awesome.
just stunning. And plus, she's beautiful. The groom was very handsome. So it makes my day so. In all honesty, though, like the next day, I couldn't get out of bed.
You were exhausted because you put everything into
Everything.
it. Yeah.
Yes. So
I can see that.
but it's rewarding because now their memories will move on.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so
They're going to be calling you in about a year saying they want you to take baby
Yeah.
photos.
Oh, yeah.
I'm predicting right now. That's
as a matter of
coming.
fact, it's not a written policy, but all my weddings, the first baby portrait's always a gift.
Oh.
Because I love it. I love children. You know, the essence of a wedding is, next thing you know, there's babies.
Oftentimes.
So I'm happy about that.
And great for them that all these years later, 35, whatever, they're still together.
Oh, of course.
It doesn't
And
always
The
happen.
family's beautiful. Oh, and by the way, because of that wedding, I picked up another wedding. The cousin got married.
There you go.
And I went, so I got to see them all over again.
Awesome.
It's just, and this has been all along, all my life. I mean,
Yeah,
all the
meet
career.
people,
Yes.
You get the referrals. It's such a personal
Yeah.
thing. You got to love it.
I've been blessed. And it's not the most affluent way to make a living. I mean, I could have made, but it's not about, it's not
up
about
and down. Like
yeah,
you
yeah.
don't know this month I'm going to make
That's right.
X.
That's
You're
right.
out there hustling yourself. You're making your own.
But I don't remember exactly how do you
Success.
say the saying that if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life.
Right.
That's me.
And I say, if it's not your passion, it becomes your prison.
Ah, that's good.
And that applies to your work or your relationships.
Yeah.
If it's not your passion, it will eventually become your prison. So when I talk to young people that are considering career paths,
Yes.
and well, this one makes more money, and this, I said,
It's-
that should not be the deciding factor, in my opinion. I could be making a heck of a lot more money than I'm
Right.
making.
Yeah.
But would I be happier? No. My
Yeah.
passion is this community. My
Yeah.
passion is helping small business. My passion is helping make a sale for them or getting more people to be aware that
It's
like,
rewarding.
you
It's
can't-
rewarding.
you
not
can't put
yeah.
a dollar amount on that. Can you pay more bills? Probably. But there's just something about waking up every day and being excited 29, 39, whatever it is years later, and still wanting to get out there
Oh,
and knowing
yes.
that what you did made a difference. So,
And may I share another quick story?
yes, I love these stories.
So I was, this is in Norwich, my first studio. A young man comes in out of the blue. It's a small town. Norwich not
Yes,
huge.
tiny downtown.
And I'm probably one of 2 photographers in the area that have a studio. There's, some freelancer, but a young man comes in the studio. Good morning. Yes, how can I help you? I just finished photography school, Hallmark Institute of Photography. It was in Massachusetts.
Okay.
And it's no longer, but can I show you my portfolio? I would like to apply for a job. I said, I'll look at your portfolio. And we sit down, we chit chat for 10, 15 minutes. And basically he wanted me to consider hiring him. And at the time I was the only studio in the area, in the whole area, that I did my own processing because I didn't like how the lab printed the prints.
Sure.
In those days, you had to shoot film, process the film, and do the proofs.
Yep.
And then the enlargement. So I did my own thing. So I could have used some help, but this young man is young. He's very ambitious.
Sure.
I said, may I just give you sincere advice? You're young, you're single, which is important. You're, when you're 19, 20, 21,
You have
whatever
no-
he was,
no constraints. You can do anything.
You're fearless, right? my advice to you, instead of working here, which is barely making it, and it's a limited clientele, right?
Mhm.
My advice to you, since you're young and fearless and you don't have attachment, you just finished school, go to Boston or New York. Even if you have to sweep the floors and wash the trays, the
In a
processing
restaurant,
trays,
sure, whatever. Yeah.
start zero. Don't worry. But in a larger environment, it's an easier, it seems daunting, but it's an easier opportunity.
Mhm,
Because
mhm.
so anyways, and he walked away kind of like shaking his head. He was a little disappointed.
Dejected, sure.
Yeah, but I fast forward 15 years later, I'm photographing a wedding at Groton Long Point, the daughter of a lawyer that very important, a very known person in
Yeah.
Norwich, and photograph a band from New York. It was a beautiful wedding, right on the water. I'm working, sweating, taking pictures. In those days,
Yeah.
still film, so it's a lot of work. This young man, during the break, the bank, they start serving food.
Mhm.
Ben takes a break. He approaches me, hi, with a big smile on his face. Do you remember me? And I look at him and says,
Nope.
frankly, no. And he says, well, let me remind you that about 15 years ago, I walked into your studio out of the blue,
Wow.
and you were the only person I applied for a job that never looked down at me, never talked down at me. And he gave the advice,
Encouragement.
that I followed.
Be brave. Oh.
And I'm getting goosebumps. I moved to New York. I worked as a zero level.
Yep.
I start working for a studio, big name in New York City. We photographed models. I married the models.
Yes.
We
Good
got
for
2
him.
kids,
Oh my God.
and I have my own studio.
Oh my God.
And it's all thanks to you,
That's
Lisa. I'm telling you, as I tell you the
what
story,
a gorgeous story.
I'm
Yeah.
getting goosebumps
Yeah,
because
of
I'm
course.
thinking, you see, sometimes it would have got him. If he had stayed with me
He
in
would have
Norwich,
been-
he would have been maybe a notch higher. He would have moved to Montville, okay, or Waterford, but New York City,
Good for him.
married a model, made 2 kids, has got his own studio in New York.
The American
I
dream.
hugged him and I said, I am so happy
Uh-huh.
for you,
Well-
because he obviously had talent, but
Yeah. And you're a part of his journey, and he didn't forget it. And that's serendipity that it brought you two together these years later, where he could share
he
that
was
with
the
you.
cousin
Thank
of the
you.
bride. That's why he was
Oh,
there.
okay,
I'm sorry if I forgot to say
Yeah.
it. He was the cousin. I'm the cousin of the bride. Do you remember me? No, not really.
Wow.
And then when he told me the story, I remember exactly what
Sure,
it was.
sure.
And so we all have opportunities,
Mhm.
even a word, even a nudge, even you reconnecting after several years. We go into
Yeah.
cycles. COVID came,
Sure.
and then reconnecting with you and say, oh, I could use a photographer for our 100th anniversary. I'll do it. And I had a blast.
It was a gorgeous night.
Oh,
and your images were spectacular.
Well, your parties are, first of all, it was what chill in late afternoon, the sunshine, we had a sunset towards the evening, and you had the horse-driven carriage and the boat rides. I mean, it was just spectacular.
It was a gorgeous evening with so many wonderful, supportive people, and the sun was just. It was a gift. The whole night was a gift.
It was
so
impeccable. Everything was just
uplifting.
Yes.
And I'm so glad that we had you to document it. In our history, that's one of the most special things that our organization has ever done, is achieve a milestone of 100 successful years. And to have you document it, again, it's an honor. We've got, lots of photographers, and they're all very talented. But you and I had just kind of bumped into each other, and I said, "This is
coincidence,
the right timing, the right fit, the right opportunity." And
there's always a kind of a hidden admiration for Westerly, Rhode Island, because there's a lot of Italians.
Yes, we know you love it.
And
You're here a
I've
lot.
done weddings here before.
You support a lot of small businesses in Westerly.
Yes,
you eat here. You shop. You're here regularly.
Yeah.
You're going to be coming back next week.
Going to the beaches of Rhode Island. Beaches are famous all over the world.
As they should be.
Yeah.
Just gorgeous, right? We're so lucky.
And by the way, I've from Naples, Italy, the most fun times growing up on the outskirts of Naples, I lived like in Westerly. It was a city that was Bacoli is very busy in the summer and it kind of deserted in the winter.
Got it.
But when the ocean was, when the Mediterranean was upset, that's when I love to go to the beach. The waves remind me.
Of home.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Because the ocean comes alive when it's a little bit, moody.
Yeah. Don't we all?
Yeah.
Don't we all?
When it's all calm and it's kind of like boring. For me, that's what driven me to go to sea. It's
boring or safe, depending on how you look at it. But
but with the waves,
when people come to our office and they say we want to be near the water and they have like a family with 4 children, it's like, well, do you want a nice, safe, placid environment like the beach by Watch Hill Carousel?
Yes.
Or do you want the fun and the challenge of the waves where you have to be really diligent and make sure you're watching your kids and paying attention and all that?
But you get
we have it all.
Yes.
We have it all right here.
It's beautiful.
It's the best of everything.
And if you can coordinate with a gorgeous day like we had that.
Little bit of luck goes a long way. So obviously you do outside stuff.
Yes.
You do inside stuff.
I've
you
done
have
them
a
all.
studio. You do weddings.
A few years ago, I was hired to do 50 states Miss USA, one for each state.
Oh, wow.
They came to Miss
the official.
Yes, they met at Mohegan Sun.
Oh, I remember. We were involved in that somehow.
So with Dave Quinn, they hired me to say, Pietro, we're going to do the 50.
They went to the aquarium.
Yes,
they did
I followed them along.
Our chamber was involved. We lined up some of the stops for them. And
I followed them around.
That was a rough gig for you, huh?
Oh, let me tell you. I followed them around. By the end of the evening, it was a whole day spent with them. By the end of the day, Pietro.
Because they all want to pose.
And the next day there was a gala event at the Mohegan Sun, and they said, "You got to come too." I said, "Me? What am I gonna do?" Yeah, Lisa, they throw me in a dance floor in the midst of all these people. It's just it is a blessing.
Fun.
What I'm saying is, it's just not work is hard. Producing, the results,
and giving the results that they want.
But then you get rewards because they love having, at the submarine, the Nautilus. So they went to visit the Nautilus. There's 50 Miss America.
Yeah, I remember
from each state, and I was the official photographer. So it's been good.
Yeah, you've had some great memories.
So we do portraits. I used to do all schools in Norwich.
Do you do any of the schools anymore?
I don't do no.
I didn't think so.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know if I should say this on the air or in the recording. I'm 70 years old. I mean,
God bless. Good for you.
I used to photograph 200-300 kids. The headshots at school, but that was when I was 40 years old, 50 years old. Now it's let's put it this way. If somebody hires me, I'll do whatever the assignment is.
Yes.
But if I have to go after brides or whatever, I don't, because it's a lot of.
Well, at this point, you're so well established, the work really comes to you.
Yeah,
it really does.
People know me if they need me. I do a lot of attorneys or.
You do calendar photos.
Yes, we did one 10 years ago. Yes.
Yeah, 10 years ago, the chamber had a silly men's calendar that raised a lot of money for local charities like the Terry Broder Breast Cancer Foundation and the hospital and some others. And you did one of the photos in that for Cheech Luzzy.
Yes.
He was your model.
He was my model, and you were there, and we photographed. He was a professional boxer. And this is how committed I am. The next day after the shoot, I had to have herniated disc surgery. So throughout and you guys didn't realize that, but I was in pain.
Oh my gosh.
But we had set the date.
And you stuck to it.
I came from Norwich. I didn't say nothing to nobody. I set up the lights. We did, Pietro, can we do this? Can we do that? Sure, no problem. We took the pictures the next morning, operating room.
Unbelievable.
And it keeps me driven to fulfill our appointments or our engagements, and it keeps me going for the next assignment. So lo and behold, now we're going to photograph Brandon.
So it's 10 years later, and we won't say, but the calendar is going to make a one-time reprisal. Is that what it's called when you bring in something back? So We will be having a calendar this year. Thank you for agreeing to photograph
Of course.
one of our models. We will reveal the names
Okay.
of the individuals and where they work and all that in October on the 30th at the Granite Theater for a big reveal party, which is always a lot of fun. But yeah, you're next week you'll be doing your images, and we've had other photos already taken throughout the summer. So
and these are fun and they're well-meaning because
it's
we
funny.
raise money for cause.
Because it's the 100th, we said, well, let's dust off some projects from the past and do them one time. And Fashion Trashin' was the one that everybody wanted to come back. All the girls wanted Fashion Trashin' because they like to create things. They wanted to dress up. They wanted to show off, run the runway wearing their, recycled trash and looking amazing. And they did a great job. That was back in April. But almost immediately after that, the guys were like, what's the deal? How come you're not doing the calendar again? I'm like, ooh, I don't know about the calendar. But the guys were the ones that pushed us and said, wait a minute, you're bringing back Fashion Trashin' for them. We're willing to do the calendar. And it was very easy to get a group right out of the gate.
As soon as you mentioned
the last one or two was a little tricky, but the first few were like, yeah, we're into it. Let's do it. So because the guys asked, we are doing it. And of course, now the ladies are all snickering and saying, oh boy, here we go again. So it will raise money for the Granite Theater, the warm shelter here in town, the homeless shelter, and also for our chamber, which we're going to be using towards our new business, our new building at 170 Main Street, which we just got electricity this week.
Great.
I can actually turn the lights on now.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
It is amazing to go walk in and flip a switch, and now we have lights. Thank you, Rataco Electric. Next up is sewer and water. So that's what we're going to be using our calendar proceeds towards. But
that's all good.
And of course, all those businesses, they're promoting their business in the calendar. They're we like to say raising eyebrows and raising funds at the same time, and raising awareness of a bunch of small businesses in our community.
Last time, 10 years ago, was about breast cancer.
It was.
Yeah.
Yep. It was called Laughs for Lois. There was a local woman who was going through breast, who was doing great.
Oh,
great. She's doing great today.
That's great
She's
news.
Had her, all of her checkups. She met the 10-year mark. She is
nice.
I'm
glad you mentioned that.
She's wonderful, and she will definitely be at that event. She will definitely be at the
Beautiful.
event. And this community, rallied around her and supported her, and we were able to support a cause that was important.
I don't know if you added the sounds out, but I wanted to mention in 2004 I went digital, kicking and screaming.
Oh boy.
Because I knew everything about film photography. I had my
Old
machines.
school, as they
And
say.
then I had to learn Photoshop and computer and file and digital and this and that. And now we're hard to believe it's been 21 years since I went digital. I mean, time flies.
Yeah.
So now all the weddings are photographed
It's like instant. You can
a few days afterwards. I can give you the file.
it's
You
crazy.
download them, publish them, put them on the website or whatever you need. So it's I often say technology waits for no one. We either comply with improvements or whatever technology gives us, and
for
but
the
there's
most
still
part, it's made our lives better, easier, more efficient.
I still think
AI scares me.
AI is
Oh, it
definitely
Okay,
It's-
AI scares me.
I don't agree with it. I don't like it. I don't think you should have a still photo and be able to make it speak or make it. It's not. I'm a purist.
And I look at artists
Yes.
that are making their living painting and creating whatever, and now someone can just go to AI and
come up with a Monet.
right,
All right.
or what they think. I love art. I love artists. A lot of what we do at the chamber is supporting the art economy, and that scares me for
Yes.
people that is their God-given talent, and then they're now competing. They're not competing with other artists in their state or in New England. They're competing with this machine. This endless.
It diminishes the
value of what they bring.
Yes.
Yeah, no,
But it
scares me for them.
gives in some aspect it could be like, for example, digital photography in those days, 20 some years ago, when it first got pushed by Kodak. By the way, Kodak invented the sensor and all that, and then they went belly up because they pushed digital, and in the meantime they lost film.
Yeah, yep.
So sometimes technology pushes for. When it first came out, digital should have been used for sports photographer, media photographer, something, President such and such comes to Westerly, photographers upload the pictures 2 hours later.
Sure.
You get them printed everywhere. That was great. For a wedding, the bride usually goes on a honeymoon the night after the night of the party. It's okay to wait a couple weeks.
Time.
Yeah, so but like I said, kicking and screaming, I'm all digital now, but I miss the days of film because it also gave you, I often say this, we had in our heads, I'm sure other photographers did it too, the bride cuts the cake, the groom cuts the cake. We had to count.
Oh, yeah.
Because after a certain
many shots.
you either drop one camera and pick up another, or you had to take the time, change the film. And today I put a memory card that's 2,400 photographs. And I can change the card in 2 seconds.
There you go.
So life has become a little easier. The cameras are much lighter than what I used to carry, but the essence of photography is still the same. Capture a moment, freeze it in time, give it to a client, and I can't tell you how many people I photograph where they say, your portrait's still on our mantle, or it's rewarding.
Yeah.
Because it becomes their keepsake, their memento of years earlier when the kids were little, or when the dog, or before the kids. Yes.
All right. So corporate stuff. Do you do photos for brochures and annual reports and websites and all that kind of stuff?
Yes. Headshots for corporate. I'm going to do coming up Mystic Seaport. Waterford Country School.
Yes, great.
Work for them. They need visual content so that they can publicize, they can print it on brochures, like you said, on a website. So all of that is what I'm.
What percentage of your business is corporate versus, weddings and family stuff and non-corporate?
In the days of film, or even 10, 15 years, it was mostly wedding portraits. And now it's shifted a little more editorial. So a company hires me to do their, websites, pictures. Sure. I work with an ad agency sometimes. Before COVID, I was able to photograph still pictures on a movie set. They hired me several times. If I mention some of the actors, I'm sure you know them. Molly Ringwald.
Oh, yeah. 16 Candles.
Yeah, well, so they did a wedding. They did a movie in Norwich and another one in Mystic. And then after COVID kind of came to a standstill, a lot of people couldn't be on set. And so it kind of it's in waves. So now I'm back photographing Westerly Chamber
as
events.
Peppy as ever, as peppy and passionate as ever. I love it. All right, what haven't I asked you this morning? What other than where you're located? We know it's Norwich, so people make appointments to come in.
Yeah, I can go many family portraits I do on location. So they have Pietro, we're having our 50th anniversary. I do.
Come to the house.
Yeah,
meet
come
us
to
at
the house
beach,
or at the restaurant. And
we want our Christmas card.
Yes.
All that good stuff.
Herbs, there's a deli, Herbs Deli in Montville.
Okay.
They celebrated 50 years in business.
Good for them.
They hired me to do
small business.
Yeah, small little mom and pop operation, but the food is just genuine, beautiful. A lot of people show up. I don't know, I think he's 90 something. So it's an amazing.
And he's still working?
Oh yeah, well, no, he's not. Well, he's got his daughter and his staff, but it's still him. He started. He was I believe he was in the army. He was a cook or whatever, and then he got out and started a little mom and pop thing. And it's very, very quaint.
Yeah.
Food.
And if you love it, why stop? If you still have the health and still
so
have
now
the
they
passion.
but they hire me for these events. And
so when you're 90, we're going to be here doing this all over again with Ben.
Let's set up a date with Ben in 10 years. Let's do 80.
Oh, we'll do 80. Okay.
80,
We'll start with 80.
All right. In 10 years, we'll be here.
Good. Sounds good.
Stick and Fin will then be franchised. There'll be one in, Mystic. There'll be one in Narragansett.
Right.
Florida.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chicago.
I mean, what other predictions do we have? It's going to be interesting.
It will. We will definitely be in a different studio by then, I would assume. But You're welcome. You're welcome to be
Really?
here. Oh, I'm sure.
You've been here for a month and you're already
We're
thinking
outgrowing.
yes.
We-
Well, you're on the move, and there's a big need for what you're doing, and what you're doing is a great service by providing a spotlight and a platform to elevate businesses like yours and to directly connect potential consumers with what we're doing at the chamber. This is what it's all about. This kind of synergy is priceless. So
Absolutely.
thank you, Ben.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for
Thank
allowing
you.
us to come
Thank
in
you,
each
of
month. Thank
course.
you, Pietro, for
My
coming down
pleasure.
this morning.
Always available for the Westerly Chamber, the Ocean Community
It's all
Chamber.
good. You've been with us for a long time.
Yes.
You've known us.
Yes.
You know, we back in the day, a million years ago, it was Westerly Chamber.
Yes.
Then it was Westerly Charlestown Chamber. Then it was Greater Westerly Pawcatuck Area Chamber. I mean, it's
you went through
evolved.
some growth.
It's
Yes,
evolved.
yes.
Ocean
evolved.
Community just is a little
It-
bit more of an umbrella.
Encompasses
Right.
everywhere.
And we followed the lead really of the Ocean Community YMCA.
Ah,
They have a branch, their home branch, if you will, is in Westerly.
yeah.
But they have a satellite location in Mystic and
Yeah.
members in Mystic, and they have one in Richmond.
I
We
see.
have a ton of members in
Yes,
Mystic and a
yes.
ton of members in Richmond. So it made sense for us when we went through
Well,
that.
it's always a pleasure.
transition.
And and I said this at a business after hours a couple months ago. When Lisa calls, I'm there, whatever it is,
Aw.
because it's from my experience. You do a great job. Your people, your staff is truly
they're committed.
amazing.
They are so
I-
committed to the mission.
yes, so
Absolutely. Small but mighty. We have
That's great.
a small team, but everybody's on board. You have to love it to be in
Yes.
it as long as we have. Maria's been there 13 years.
Yeah.
You know, it's a breakneck pace.
And you have a
but
lot of
it's all good.
volunteers that dedicated
Yeah.
volunteers
Yep.
help out for events and stuff. So it's
It's everybody.
we're blessed.
I will say this, Pietro, I couldn't agree with you more. When Lisa calls, I'm there.
I'm
When
telling you.
Lisa texts, I look at it, I think about it for a second, and then I forget to text her back for at least a week.
That's
Yeah, well,
funny.
I'm
You're
sorry,
not
Lisa.
alone. You're
I'm s-
not alone.
I-
That's
I-
okay. I'm persistent.
As soon as
I'm gonna get my answer, even if I don't like the answer. I'm
Oh my
gonna get
God.
the answer.
as
sooner
soon
or
as you
later.
pause this, 30 lashes. Don't forget.
There you go. As soon as
Text her
we
back.
pause this, I'm into one of those pastries.
Yes. Oh God.
That I
Yeah.
can
Of
tell
course.
you.
Of
I
course.
usually let you get first pick. I may not do that today. I may not be so.
As long as the
considerate.
chocolate one stays
Oh,
available.
oh,
No, no,
calling
you're,
dibs. He's calling
Great.
dibs.
Great.
we're
You're
gonna
the
have
guest.
we're gonna have a food fight.
Uh-oh.
You're the
I
guest.
brought a knife. So we
Okay.
could sample. We
You
could
brought
share.
a knife to my office. I'm
A
kidding. I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
plastic knife.
It's
in
fine.
case we want to
It's
share.
fine.
It was a
It's
blessing
fine.
to be here. I'm so happy for you and your success to grow.
Well, thank
And-
you. One more thing I want to
Yes.
mention because we didn't. You have your own show
Oh yes,
as Rocky. Tell us
Rocky.
in just a
Very
minute
quickly.
or two where people can find you if they want to hear your show.
Every Saturday morning for over 10 years, every Saturday morning from 8 to 10, I'm on 94.9 News Now from Ledyard, but it goes all the way from Long Island
Yeah, it's
to
got a great
Charleston,
reach.
Glastonbury, Bridgeport. It's huge. And Rocky, because as you notice, Pietro is not the easiest. Some people may say Pietro. So Lialsi, who's the main DJ, the main character, the main
He's the man.
he's the man. He goes, "What do you want me to call you?" Because people have and first I said, "I don't know." And first word out of his mouth, he said about Rocky.
That was his decision.
It was his,
Wait,
but
so
he
that
didn't
wasn't
re-
a nickname that you had before that?
no. It was always
That's
Pietro,
awesome.
always
Alright.
Pietro. But he didn't realize. See, I actually stepped back a couple of steps because he didn't realize. He looked at me and says, "Rocky is perfect." And he said, "Rocky means rock. Pietro means stone.
Oh,
Pietro is
Did
Peter."
he know that?
He didn't.
Oh, that's awesome.
So when he said Rocky, because he could have said Louis, because I'm Italian, right? Born and
Okay,
raised in
yeah.
Italy. It's I don't want to be Louis. I mean, I don't want to be
No
Mario.
offense to any
No.
Louis or Mario.
But Mario could have been a good name.
Yes.
Tony. Tony's
Tony's an awesome name.
right. But he's the first and only word about Rocky.
I love it.
It's my name.
Hats off to Lee Elsie. For
Of
a
course.
great
So,
name.
and I think there's divine intervention somewhere.
Yeah,
But so Rocky is easy to spell. Everybody knows it. And but plus the image of Rocky,
yes,
the boxer.
persevering.
You punch
grit,
me
you
me
know,
all you want.
I
I ain't
keep-
going down.
Yep.
I'm not going down. I'm going to persevere. Like I said, I photographed your event, your boxer.
Yes.
I was
Cheech.
in pain. I
Ah,
was excruciating pain. I was scheduled to have
overcame
but
it.
I did it because I'm not going to call in and say, I got to have an operation and can't do it. No, because you have
We would have understood. By the
well,
way.
yes, but you had your own schedule, like, you know,
Yes.
the thing's got to go to press.
Yes, yes.
So I did the job. Next day I was,
Wow.
so Rocky is actually me.
Perfect.
And it explains a lot. So Pietro is, so lately, and plus I ran for office in 2022 for state senate,
I didn't know that.
which I didn't make it.
Okay.
So my name on the billboards or
Was
whatever
Rocky
it
everywhere?
was Pietro Rocky in
Got it.
quotation
Got it.
Camardella. So Rocky has become like my middle name.
I love it.
Love
I
it.
love
Which
it.
is my
That's a
name
great
anyway.
backstory.
So that I'm glad you asked that.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I've
I-
always wanted to know, and I wanted to make sure we got that in there today.
yeah, so I talk about Italy a lot.
Mhm.
I share stories about my military service, my food. I say, listen, you're depressed, you're upset, you're struggling through something. Let me tell you something. Let's eat some spaghetti meatballs. I'll take care of everything.
With a good glass of wine.
Yeah, well, that's really relaxing. So
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you
so-
for sharing
Oh,
that
it's
and
my
sharing
pleasure.
all this information. How can they find you at Artphoto by Pietro?
Artphoto by Pietro. I'm actually revamping the website, but you can send me an email, artphotobypietro@sbcglobal.net.
Okay.
My website is being revamped.
Phone
but
number?
Phone number 860-514-8939. Or just call Lisa and tell her to call me, and that
Exactly.
way
If
I'll
you can't-
answer
If you
instantly.
can't find him that way, he's on the Chamber's
Yes,
website. He's a
yes,
member under
yes,
photographers.
yes.
Go to oceanchamber.org and you're going to find him. You don't need to remember how to spell his last name or anything. You're going to find
Yes.
it, and our site will take you directly to him.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Have a
Appreciate it.
great day.
It's the best thing. We can do that with literally every guest on the show.
Yeah.
We appreciate you.
Lisa, very quickly, you got any chamber
We got
updates
Sunday
and
funding
stuff?
coming up. The last Sunday in September
Yep.
and the first Sunday of October. There'll
Okay.
be 2 in the fall. So check out live entertainment, free mini golf, great things happening downtown. And then the Sunday after that is the Columbus Day Parade. So 3
Perfect.
weekends in a row of great things happening in our beautiful downtown Westerly.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for being
Thank
here.
you, Ben.
I also want to say a big thank you to our. Hold on. Let me put it on me now. Let me put the camera back on me. Pietro, you're showing me up here. Or Rocky. I'd like to also say a big thank you to all of the
Chamber Champions.
Chamber Champions. Thank you. Scrolling at the bottom of the screen right now. And a big thank you to our 2 advertisers for this show on the 321 side that help us keep the show free for everybody and for the chamber. And that would be Wireless Zone at 224 Post Road in Dunn's Corners and Lathrop Insurance. Thank you to Dan Lathrop, the chairman of the board. Old Blue Eyes.
There you got it.
Does he have blue? Don't tell me. Does he have blue eyes?
To be honest with you, I don't know.
I don't know either. All right,
I
we
don't
got to
know.
find out. When's the
I
next
notice
board?
smiles and dimples more than I notice eyes.
Okay.
I'm a dimples person.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye for now.
What's going on, everybody? It's Patrick down here at the Wireless Zone at Dunn's Corners at 224 Post Road, and everybody down here is getting the brand new iPhone 16. We have it here in stock. The best part is, right now, if you trade in your old phone, you get it for free. We got deals all weekend, awesome savings. Come on down and see us, 224 Post Road, Dunn's Corners, Verizon Wireless Zone. We'll see you soon.
Hi, this is Dan from Lathrop Insurance. In this challenging insurance environment, Lathrop Insurance can be your beacon in the storm to help you find the coverage you need at the right price. Now, more than ever, you need a partner in the insurance industry that can work with multiple carriers to make sure you have the right coverage at the right price. Lathrop Insurance carries home, auto, and business insurance and can be reached at 401-596-2525. We've been supporting the local community since 1939, and we look forward to working with you.